You know, to ask me how did me and Ron meet? Ron is my little brother, and as my little brother, he showed his talents very early on. Just coming to me, thinking about what things might really stood out. I'm gonna break this down to you. My pops back in the day, my pops was a musician, and when I think about it, Ron probably took after him more than my brother Tone and myself. Although Tone sang like my pop, and I became a DJ affected by music. Ron actually played the instrument. My dad played guitar, and so Ron played sax. But what really stood out was my pops used to have us do the little thing when your parents, when your cousins and your aunts and your grandparents come over. He would always have us dancing and singing. I don't know if he was trying to make us like a little Jackson 5 or what, but he might just been trying to see who had talent. Well, when we were dancing, I couldn't dance a freaking lick, okay? My brother Tone, he was alright, but Ron, even early on, showed his ability as a dancer. Now, a lot of y'all know Ron as this hip-hop dude, Franchise Live, and everything he has done with that. But his origins were as a dancer, and it happened to happen right during the hip-hop era. So if I think about what stood out about Ron early on, he showed early on that he was very talented as a dancer and that he had major skills as a dancer. Just reflecting back, I got a few stories to tell you about Ron. One, when he was thinking about, early on, when he was thinking about, and he was dancing, he had a crew called Franchise. Now, I heard about them in the neighborhood and how they was dancing, and this is a story that I've never even told Ron what I'm about to tell you. So this is gonna blow his mind when he see this on the documentary. Me and my boy Asmar, and I had another boy named Jonathan, we were in this tabletop basketball league. And so if I came into the crib in the basement, Ron and his boys would be practicing their moves and doing whatever they was doing. We come down the steps, they knew the big brother was in the house. It was time for them to leave. Now, they ain't always like that, because I broke up their joint a couple times, but we wasn't when we playing our games, our tabletop games, which we played for money, with them dancing and doing all their stuff in the background. So, one time I really realized the notoriety that Ron was getting. One of my boys came back and told me, man, your little brother turned this block party out. And I heard it was crowds and crowds of people up at 56 in Windsor. And that he was by himself. He wasn't even with the Franchise dudes. So after that, I kind of gave him a little more respect. The next time we had a game and I came into my crib, and as we was coming down the basement, he was down there with his boys. I said, nah. I told my boy Asmar, nah, we can't kick him out. Nah. Harv, you ain't gonna put him? No, I'm not putting him out. Because my little brother and his boys, they getting it in. And I had told him that at the top of the steps. I didn't even come downstairs. Ron don't even know about this. And that's when I knew right then and there that my brother was something special. Because I had caught them times in my basement where they were doing skits, and along with their particular moves, jokes. And so this dude was an all-around entertainer, to say the least. And he showed that by going on to do videos, because he did my parents had a wedding reception for me, and Ron got Cash Money, and I can't remember the other DJ that was with him, but they did the reception at my house, and Ron just had that connection like that. Another story I want to think about with Ron and his particular legend and the things that he's done. Ron was constantly called back to Bartram High School to play as a saxophonist, and he had been out for years and years. And I later found out that one of the main reasons for them wanting to call him back was because he was Ronnie Ron the dancer with Franchise Live. And I guess that brought Bartram some type of notoriety, but he ended up being a legend on his own in the city. And lastly, I got to tell y'all this story about Ron. Ron is a big Bruce Lee fan. Huge Bruce Lee fan. Now, I grew up a Jimi Hendrix fan, and he knew I was a Jimmy fan, and he was a big Bruce Lee fan. Ron was deadly with them nunchucks. He was so deadly that he knocked himself out, okay? And that's that coordination and moving and with the dance moves and, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know, just let me know that this dude was, you know, skilled in every area. And then Ron, while I'm thinking about it, you and Cash still ain't never give me my money for my albums. Look, him and Cash Money, I had let them get my albums. I had moved, and I left my albums at home. And when I came back to get them, Ron and Cash said, "They not here, they gone." I was like, "Gone?" "Yeah, man, your albums was in a fire." So look, Ron, I'm still looking for that from you and Cash. But on the real, bruh, I want to let you know, man, I'm proud of you. Mom and Dad are looking down on you from heaven right now. They're proud of everything that you've done and everything that you've contributed to Philly. This is large, man, that they're recognizing you in the way they are. And I can't leave without saying how much of an inspiration you are to me. I was the one that went to college and got the degree in communications and was going to work in radio and television and be in some form of entertainment. And I did work at WTMP and WHYY, but I went to the military and let my dreams go. But you never let your dreams go. And I appreciate that about you. Because as I'm getting ready to retire, you've inspired me to want to go back and do my radio thing. And I am. I'm going to do it. And that's to you. And that's on you. So you keep doing what you're doing. Keep being the best that you are. I appreciate you, little brother, and I'll love you for life. Take care.